to be careful with positioning.
Well, Immortals is going to have to figure something out because a loss here would open up the #2 spot in North America wide open. They are down 1 game to the Dino Riders. The winner of this match will face Allegiance in the finals.
And we're into game 2 as Neo takes a bit of a beating towards that mid lane, but Dino Riders starting with a 1-0 lead in this best-of-3 semifinal. And they are now on the blue side, Immortals on the red side. And Dino Riders just trying to keep tabs on everyone on the side of Immortals. Bobo going for a bit of an invade, and Neo comes in to help, so that should be a secure. ZK trying to see if he can get it through the brush. Not going to be able to. Waits for KZ Fox, and KZ Fox picks up the might buff.
Yeah, that was a good trade there. They're both trading jungle at this point, so doing well on both sides of the map here. And that was a nice rotation by Bobo, being a little abusive because Wonder Woman is going to be a Chognar in lane. And that's something that they need to watch out here. So Dino Riders needs to do a lot more of these rotations here. The thing about Tulin is Tulin's actually good into the flash because his passive, his lightning bolt passive allows him to be able to launch that onto the flash if he tries to poke him. So Flash needs to be very careful and needs to wait until that passive is down, because if you dive a Tulin with all 5 lightning bolts up, he's going to do a lot of counter damage against you.
Yeah, that's a really excellent point as Dave just tries to get some poke down. And I think, you know, KZ Fox, like you talked about, Suijay coming in, is going to be an important factor once again. We can say all we want about the different combos with Thane and the Flash, but at the end of the day, to finish the fights, you got to rely on that Violet. And if KZ Fox isn't alive, then there's just no hope on that front.
Yeah, so they gotta watch out here. You can see Flash not being able to do much because Flash doesn't beat a Tulin in the early game. And look at that, they're going to go ahead and wait for this Abyssal Dragon to spawn here. And looks like Dino Riders is gonna go ahead and rush the Abyssal Dragon immediately because they have 4 people on that side of the map, and they're probably gonna get this Abyssal Dragon for free.
Yeah, just no contention. Wonder Woman coming by just a tad late, saw that the dragon has been taken down, goes back to lane, but Wonder Woman has to watch out. That means there's at least more than one person down towards the bottom side of the map as the Sentinel being a bit of a struggle, a slow beatdown, but Immortals finally gets it. 3v1 in the bottom lane, gets the knockup onto Bobo, and Chognar just charging in with that ultimate. Bobo goes down for the first blood. Nice damage juggling from the side of Dino Riders as well.
Yeah, that was a nice rotation there. Look at the kill of the Dragon. Gives them a 6k versus 4.7k. And they're probably going to get this tower here. Oh,
wow.
Is that going to be enough? It looks like it's not. They have to back off. But still, a very good play by Dino Riders, just being aggressive and getting these ganks here. And they're going to wait and make sure they get this tower.
Yeah, I think they had enough time. They judged that correctly. They're going to be able to clear up the tower, and then they'll go back. The minions will finish it off. Meanwhile, Yikes gets dove on, and there's the Flash Cyclone coming in, locking up Yikes in place. Immortals answering with their own kill, but they're still down about 1.5 gold.
Yeah, that was a needed trade that they had to do there. Otherwise, they're going to continue to fall behind. Because of that rotation from Dino Riders onto the Dragon side of the map, they had to win the Slayer tower, and that was a good trade. And now they got to be careful here because Dino Riders is looking very strong. They have stronger rotations right now, so you gotta be super cautious.
Yeah, dude, just getting out of there before Medic can catch Dave off guard. So Flash, like you said, hasn't been able to do too much, was good on the roam towards the Slayer lane, and now we're setting up 30 seconds away from the Dragon. Still a little bit of time for both sides. Ryoma is still on the top side of the map, just clearing out some waves as we do see Zephy's charging through, and Hoon gets caught out a little too far, gets charged backwards. Neo tries to go for the ultimate, not enough damage just yet. Hoon backing up and going for the fadeaway damage as KZ Fox gets caught out once again up front. Sunshine hits the stun, but escapes from the knockup. The fight continues on as Neo charges back in. Another double knockup as he gave 1 kill. CLZ is going to escape. Dave goes for the punches, gets the kill, and dashes right back out.
Yeah, that was a huge. You can see why Thane is really good into Alice. It's just there's no front line, so Thane's just gonna go in there and punish you so hard. That was a really good job by Dino Riders, cutting the fight and coming back in, but in the end, the engage was just better. Immortals had the numbers advantage, and KZ Fox, although did get hit by the Roma, was able to jump to safety and secure the kill.
And that Dragon is going to go to Immortals this time. Neo gets caught out a little too late after the Dragon. Hoon picks up that 1 kill. KZ Fox takes a lot of burst, needs to back out. And there's the block from X-Tears just in time, almost risking his own life for it.
Yeah, that was a crazy block by X-Tears there, securing it. But they did secure the Dragon. They gave up a death, and now this puts Immortals back into the game. So now we're looking at how this is going to play out in the next fight. And this is critical here. It looks like the mid lane is going to be pushed. It's a 5-man rotation to mid here, and it looks like they're going to be able to get this tower.
Yeah, Dino Riders should be able to take this tower just fine. No contention. Immortals just happily giving it up. They don't want to risk anything. They finally kind of close that gold gap, so they're happy to reset the map just a little bit. Sentinel being targeted by Dino Riders. Immortals, are they going to go for a fight? It is a 4v4. Dave jumps in, gets the Cyclone, but no one at the center for the vacuum, so Dave just backs right out. The fight is nullified.
Yeah, I mean, Dino Riders is looking really good right now. They have the tower lead. The gold is even, but DRK needs to be careful here because he's going to lose this matchup against the Lubu there because Chognar is just not good solo. He has to fight with his teammates to be able to be effective.
Yeah, it seemed a little risky that ZK went in with the ultimate, but all in all, seems to have worked out with the minions on his side as well. Yikes on Ryoma comes in, gets slow on Bobo, just going to chase a little bit with the pinwheel, but nothing too crazy. Meanwhile, ZK does get ganked eventually, was kept so low. The minions were pushing in favor of Immortals. They should be able to get this tower on the Dragon lane. Are they going to stay too far, though? X-Tiers is a little bit low. KZ Fox gets stunned. Need to watch out because we got a Zephy's hanging out in the river. Dragon up in 20 seconds. Immortals needs to watch their timings. I mean, they've traded 1-for-1 Dragon, but this is the moment where they can finally start to take a more commanding lead.
Yeah, and they got to be careful. Medic again on this Alex. He's landing such clutch Sunshine stuns, so they got to be careful because these are going to make or break the game. The stuns along with the Alice ultimates is game-changing. So they have to engage hard and just catch Hoon off here, which they might be able to do here. And look at the damage there coming from Thane.
Yeah, good burst, but not enough as they come back. And Neo now caught out, but Neo's pretty tanky, like you talked about. Sujay Thane, reliable. A double knock of the Cyclone goes down, trying to reset the fight. Dave able to separate the members of Dino Riders a bit, but KZ Fox gets picked out once again. Not having a great day for Immortals as the Violet goes down. They don't have their sustained damage, and Yikes, while caught out a little bit, is able to flicker out. Dino Riders now setting up for that Dragon.
Yeah, they're going to get this Dragon here, and that's a really good. Again, they're able to pick up KZ Fox, and as a result, convert this kill into another objective. That's really important. You got to be very careful when you get when you like lose and die. The Dragon becomes an objective you give over to the team. So you got to watch your position and be very, very careful. As Violet, he's got to wait until his team kind of engages and see how the fight is playing out, and then commit because you want to wait until your opponents use your abilities before you could jump in there. Because if they CC your abilities, KZ Fox has no way of surviving.
Yeah, and right now at a 0-1-2 scoreline for KZ Fox's Violet, we are going to want to see that Violet start to pop off a bit more if we want to see Immortals come back for a win and take this match to a Game 3. Currently, Dino Riders up 1-0. We're seeing a 2v1 gank onto Bobo. That's 3v1, but actually ZK going to be the only one that follows us. Bobo jumps back in. Neo's ready. Medic's here on Alice, but so is Dave. So everyone converging, both teams being wise enough to back out. Dave with just a little bit of poke. We've talked about what the Flash is capable of across different walls.
Yeah, Flash is gonna excel really strong in the late game here, so they have to be careful. He's a hero that is known to be able to get into the back line, just use his ultimate and do so much AoE damage. So Flash is gonna start to scale really well into the late game, as well as Violet, honestly. So it's gonna come down to who's gonna be able to catch out who first, and that's the key against the Flash here.
Oh, Dave does get stunned on the way back, but right as he crosses the wall. So Hoon chasing a little bit too deep. Again, KZ Fox has the damage, just needs to stay safe. We saw that in Game 1, but never did that really come to fruition. So we're going to have to watch out. Medic landing some nice stuns across different walls, just being very aware of enemy positioning, trying to keep them at bay. Yikes is now here. That's full 5 for Dino Riders, only 4 for Immortals, so they will back out as we see X-Tiers on the Dragon lane, just pushing out the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, both teams are playing so well. They're rotating more tightly. This game could not be more even. I mean, it's kind of intense and crazy to watch how close these games can be. And look at this rotation. They're camping in a bush here, and looks like things going to be able to come in. However, they're not going to get onto the Ryoma, unfortunately.
Yeah, the Cyclone just doesn't connect. Neo did jump in, but not connecting from one combo to the next. And a double stun, but the knockup doesn't connect this time for Dino Riders. So Neo takes that advantage, jumps right back in, but way too far ahead of his team. KZ Fox this time trying to play safer, but there's no damage coming out just yet. One hit onto Hoon, but that's it from the Violet. Meanwhile, the tower does go down, so Immortals does get something out of that move. And in fact, that's 2 that they've been able to take in that span. And now Lubu is here. X-Tier trying to keep ZK at bay. Immortals, they're keeping Dino Riders low. They're keeping them at bay. They've taken some towers. They're starting to inch ahead.
Yeah, this was crazy. Flash actually missed his ultimate. When he uses Cyclone, he didn't miss it, but it's 40% move speed. So like you need someone to CC the opponent to keep them inside the ultimate, and then you get that vacuum hit that pulls them in towards the center. And then Alice ultimates, but then CLZ misses his death from above on Zephy's there, and as a result, the fight was not won. If he landed that death from above, it could have gone the way of Dino Rider. And look at this engage onto Bobo here.
Yeah, that's 3v1. Bobo so tanky though, does get the regen as well. Under the tower, gets stunned, but that's all right as Immortals did pick up a dragon. So it's 2 dragons to 2. Nice Cyclone coming in from Dave. Very low dash
Wow.
rapid, and a double kill coming in from Neo.
What a nice bait by the Flash there. He got so low and he turned on Cyclone, which means he cannot be targeted. So that's why Flash is so good in this instance here. And look at the Thane Excalibur ultimate. When you're low in HP, that will just delete you off the map. That's exactly what Neo needs to do. And now they're going to punish, and they're going to start getting all these towers with Valor here, which is a huge, huge lead now for Immortals.
Yeah, KZ Fox now keeping the correct distance, able to just do the damage where the Violet is able to, so Immortals taking that lead. And like you said, I mean, the Flash Thane combo, right? Go in, do a lot of burst, get that poke in, dash out, then Thane comes in with the Excalibur. Nice finish. We saw in the mid lane. Will we see that combo again for Immortals? Waits to be seen.
Yeah, this is why Thane is so good in certain matchups. I mean, he has the potential to do the most damage out of any support because his Excalibur ultimate. I mean, that sword is just magical. 15% of your target's HP is what the damage is. So the lower you are, the more damage you're going to do. But DU2R is getting himself a little caught. He's got to be careful there because even though he's Chognar, he wasted the Chaos Protection to save himself, and now it's not going to be up for his team to use to either engage or disengage.
Yep, X-Tears almost got caught out, but was able to dash back in towards the jungle to take a little detour at half health. CK very low. Dave trying to chase her. Nice dash away. That was not expected from the Dino Riders. They weren't able to catch him in time. So Immortals, looks like they're starting to try to position around the jungles, right? Dragon coming up in 15 seconds, and then the Darkslayer obviously ready for either team. Dino Riders walking perhaps into their own. That CLZ takes a burst from KZ Fox, and we do see the initiation onto Medic. The Alice is down, and now Immortals feels a lot better about whichever objective they want to take.
And that's the weakness of Alice comp. She does not have that much defense. You know, he's building more defense on Alice. She's still very, very squishy. So really smart engaged by Morris. And ZK needs to be careful in this Chognar here. Bobo is a little bit caught out though. He's got to be a little careful because Hoon is going to be able to rotate onto him.
Yeah, I think Bobo's relying a little bit too much on the team, but Dave jumps in with a lot of poke. KZ Fox now at safe distance, putting out one shot at a time, picks up another kill. CLC goes down. Yikes has to back out with low health, and Immortals once again slowly but surely pushing towards the enemy team.
And that burst from Violet and Flash combo is so deadly, and then Thane just drops so much damage with his Excalibur ultimate. It just deletes the enemy team.
Yeah, we do see Immortals positioning again. Bobo very low, but Thane blocks that shot. Cyclone goes in under the tower. Not going to get here. It's actually Yikes jumps right back into it at the end, but Dave gets caught out. Dino Riders knew where he was going to come back to. Bobo also very low, but Dave picks up one kill on his way out, dashes right back in, gets stunned just in time, is able to dash back out.
Man, Neo did such a good job there. He was able to push them off, land some key abilities, and use Valiant Charge to then save his team because they were so low. That was a fight that Dino Riders needed to win. Immortals was being a little over aggressive there. They're already low and they're still trying to force an objective. When their entire enemy team spawn, they have to be careful there because that could have gone the opposite direction for Immortals, but Neo was able to save the day.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it was that long ago that the game seemed so even, but now we're seeing a pretty healthy goal lead and 9-3 kill score, 6-2 tower score in favor of Immortals. So it's been a steady climb, but now I think they have control of this game too, trying to even out the match at 1-1. Dino Riders just trying to stay positioned. Their high ground towers are pretty low, so they can't take any big risks. Medic gets caught by Neo, gets pushed back way too far out of his team. The Cyclone just keeps him locked in, vacuums towards the middle, and that's the kill. Bobo jumps in deep, gets the double stun, but the damage a little too far for Immortals.
That's exactly what you do. Alice, again, is not a good front line. If they continue to do this and use that, they have no front line. Like, if you look at the side of Dino Riders, they have to get the Zephyrs in there or the Chognar, but they're not even that tanky. So as a result, the lack of front line and Alice being the front line is a real big weakness of Alice's composition. And that's that's why Alice is such a high skill, because if a team knows how to play against it, Alice becomes a little bit irrelevant due to how they're countering her right now.
Yeah, and the Darkslayer now goes in favor of Immortals. Violet also now has some healthy items. The Murmas and the Omniarms coming alongside Rank Breaker, so feeling pretty solid about the damage Violet can put out from range. Dave doing a ton of damage onto Hoon, not able to lock him down. Medic gets caught. Instead, ZK caught outside of the wall, has to run back home. Immortals continuing to just scare off the Dino Riders as they charge in under the high ground towards the middle lane. They get the tower, Medic goes down, and CLC running solo. Hoon trying to fight off 2 people on his own. Can he escape towards the bottom side? Trying to run away. They are able to utilize their other high ground tower. Neo gets cut out, but so tanky. KZ Fox continuing to put out the poke. The knockup doesn't hit onto KZ Fox. Dave constantly being a nuisance on the side of the fight. Neo eventually goes down, but that gave Immortals enough time to take a second high ground tower.
Yeah, that was huge. They need to back off at this point. They got 2 towers. They won the objective. And look at the damage from Flash.
Wow.
What? That was so much damage there, or from Violet. The burst onto Hoon. They got to be careful because now the damage from Immortals, they can instantly blow up any side of Dino Riders right now.
Yeah, so Immortals, like you said, wisely backing off. Now they have some time, right? They have 2 lanes open with no high ground tower on the other side. The Darkslayer buff is just ended, so they've got some time before that comes up. The Dragon is up. Dino Riders is positioning for it. That's all 5, but they got to watch out. If they don't win this fight, it's going to be risky. This is their chance because Immortals is still a bit split as soon as he sees X tiers. But no, Dave's going to get the initiation onto ZK first. ZK already down to about 20% health. Eventually gets alive. CLC escapes from the Cyclone, but Hoon was left alone in the mid lane, and that means Immortals bursts him down, and now they're able to chase through. X tiers, immediate rotation towards the mid lane.
Yeah, look at the amount of burst. You can see how much damage Flash is doing. Look at his items. He has all damage. Now he has Barrett's Agony as well, which is going to make him a little more tanky and give him that sustain. But the burst coming from Rael's Blessing, Aura Magi, and Hakate's Deum is giving Flash so much burst. They got to be very careful here.
Yeah, just dashing in, dashing out, and then your health bar's gone before you know it. Add to that 1 shot from KZ Fox's Violet. That's going to hurt a lot. KZ Fox does get cut out, but still alive. As we see, Hoon trying to dive way too far deep. KZ Fox goes across the wall, still alive against CLZ, getting the life shield. Eventually goes down, but CLZ had to risk his life for it, and that means the rest of Immortals was decimating Dino Riders up front. They get yet another kill, and that should be the wipeout. ZK just trying to run away, extend the game, but that is an ace. All members of Dino Riders down for more than 30 seconds, and Immortals cleans up the entire base of the Dino Riders. They're onto the core, and that is going to allow this best of 3 semifinal to go to game 3 as Immortals makes the score.